Okay, I think I'm streaming. Let me make sure and let me do the audio check as always because you can never be too paranoid about your audio. The other day I was recording something and my audio was not going through my headset, so it sounded pretty horrible because I think it was going through one of these cameras. And so I was like, "Oh man, I'm glad I didn't." It was like a few minute thing, so I could redo it, but it would have sucked if it was like something way longer. Feldenkane, welcome in. How's it going? Yes, I am streaming. Thank you for the confirmation. I am still in the process of doing my own audio check. So, welcome in. Chan the Magic Man, thank you kindly for uh, getting everything ready. How's everybody doing today? I did have some exciting news to share. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Oh man, that was wonderful. I got to hear the exciting news, well, announcement that I didn't actually announce yet. Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the resub. And welcome in Charlie's Beats, and welcome in GipsonLens. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully doing well. Thanks for the lurk, GipsonLens. And let me see here. I'm gonna go. Oh my God! Thank you. Holy crap! I'm just getting the cheating gloves on, and this is way too early. Hey guys, if you enjoy this music is written by GipsonLens, a.k.a. Bert, and one of his own originals. I I don't even have my stuff ready. So here's the Twitch deck. I have to move my mouse off of the pad. Oh, tricked now! And thank you so much for the resub, Chan the Magic Man, and Charlie's Beats. Okay, all right, here we go. So first order of business, I'm going to shuffle the deck, and we are going to go ahead and just start with, man, this is the one I always start with, but okay, we're going to go ahead and look, it's the Jack of Spades. I'm going to take the Jack of Spades, put it in the middle of the deck, and I can still feel like my cheating gloves are still pretty slick. Chipperdoodle, welcome in, how's it going? Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Chipperdoodle, less greetings and more tricks, says Charlie's Beats. Alright, okay, but here it is, look at that, okay. I don't even think I had to snap, but look, I actually did this for a kid earlier today and put it in the middle of the deck, and I told them not to clap yet because their card's not on the top. But then I told them to clap, and look, after the clap, it actually comes back right back up. Okay, Jay Ford, welcome in. How's it going? All right. Hold on. So we had okay, definitely we had Charlie's Beats, the signer of the Ace of Spades, and then the Chan the Magic Man, the signer of the Queen of Clubs. And here's what we are going to do. We are going to have a card selected from the deck, doesn't matter what it is. In this case, it's the Two of Clubs, and we're going to go ahead and lose the Two of Clubs somewhere in the middle of the deck, maybe like here, okay? And then what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and do some shuffles. We're going to lose it into the deck. We'll do some cuts. And then Chan the Magic Man and Charlie's Beats will then find the card. And the problem is, I don't know if they know where it is in the deck. And so we are going to go ahead and just let them find the card. Okay, ready? All right, guys, jump in, get it. Okay, nope, you need it to be shuffled? Okay, great. All right. Okay, guys, jump in and get it. Nope, I don't think that... You know what? I just have to go ahead and shoot the card in there. Okay, ready? 1, 2... I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a card that was shot in between Chan the Magic Man and Charlie's Beats. And the card was, indeed, our Two of Clubs with Mike 2600. Alright, so, alright, what can these guys do? Well, let's see if they can match our friends, the two Jokers. And so, let's try and go ahead and place our two... protagonists. Actually, wait. So our two protagonists are Charlie's Beats and Chan the Magic Man, and not the two Jacks, right? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go ahead and place Charlie's Beats right here, and we're gonna go ahead and place Chan the Magic Man right here. But because they are magical, they will go ahead and teleport from here to here. Don't believe me? That's okay. You don't have to believe. You can see it with your own two eyes. And the two jokers are over there. Now, if we go ahead and I take the two jokers, turn them face down, and I take Chan the Magic Man and Charlie's Beats, place them face up in the middle over here. If I don't do any magic, this is the same state that they're going to be in. They're still in the middle. But if I go ahead and I give this a magical shake, the magical shake actually enables Charlie's Beats and Chan the Magic Man to then swap places with the jokers. Because look, now the two jokers are face up in the middle. And actually, the two face down cards are Chan the Magic Man and Charlie's Beats. We'll do it again, because take a look. If I just reverse count with no magic, same state, nothing has changed. The two jokers are there. But if I go ahead and I do the magic shake actually changes everything, because take a look, they're now in between the two face down jokers. Is that weird? Super weird, right? Alright, I can hear crescendo building, so I'm like, alright, okay, let me find the other. Okay. Alright, so we have the black aces and queens, and we'll have the red, literally red anything. So, here we go. Alright. I think the hype train is finished, but I'm going to go ahead and finish out this trick that I was intending to do. And we'll go from there. So I have red cards over here, black cards over here, and what we are going to do is we are going to intermix black cards with red cards. And so what we will do is I will intermix them right here. Okay, so black, red, black, red, black, red, black, and red. And I'll give it a second, but they may not actually be intermixed, because if I show you the bottom card, that's a black card. If I show you the top card, that's a red card. However, what if I told you that that was all that was necessary for all of the red cards to float up to the top, and all of the black cards have sunken down to the bottom. And that, my friends, I will say, was a very hype start to stream. Oh man. Thank you so much for that hype train, everybody. So yeah, for anybody who didn't know, every time we have a hype train, I have to do magic as fast as I can, and I do that. So I think I speed ran, what was that, like 4 or 5 tricks probably? So, but thank you so much for the resub, Chan the Magic Man, for 25 months. And then thank you kindly for the resub from Charlie's Beats for 31 months. My God, you guys are effectively OGs. You guys have been around for like ever. So thank you so much for the resubs, guys. Appreciate it. As exemplified, you guys can see that they're signed cards. Boom. And then thank you for the 100 bits Chipperdoodle in PA. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. All right, let me let me go back and chat and catch up a little bit. All right, so let's see here. Stream elements, hype train has begun. Why did we get 3 stream elements messages? That, do you guys see 3? There's 3, right? Your ad is about to start. I didn't get a chance to click it. Sorry. But guys, one of the benefits of subbing is you don't get to see ads. All right, let me see here. So yeah, that's a question. Why do we have 3 stream elements messages? But anyway, Charlie's Beats demands tricks now, and then hype, says Chan. And then Charlie's Beats had the hilarious less greeting, more tricks. And thank you kindly for the claps, Jay Ford, Feldenkane, Charlie's Beats, Feldenkane, Chipperdoodle, Charlie's Beats, J4, Chipperdoodle, Feldenkane. Should I make a song? I'm not a singer, but I see. This is how I imagine Charlie just sitting in his chair at home. He's like, dance, Nam, dance. Do some magic tricks. Yes. I don't know why Charlie sounds like a witch to me, like in my mind. Not that Charlie is a Charlie is a very benevolent witch. Is maybe how I'll best describe it. So, um, all right, guys. Well, that was hype, and we have some awesome news on behalf of me. I just got booked for my first gig on a gig salad. So this is so I officially got booked. So basically, unless this event somehow gets canceled, I'm gonna go do magic at this thing at the end of November. So it is sweet. And just to give you guys a little head, thank you to J4. J4 says, "Yay, congratulations!" And Feldenkane says, "Oh yeah." I assume I got that intonation correctly. Alsto Art, getting paid to do magic feels good, man. Yeah. So I'm not. Oh yeah. So let me tell you guys about the gig. It came across and I was like this morning, and I was like, I'm gonna send a quote because it's nearby. It doesn't conflict with anything, and it's actually. So I want to work for this person just because, for the sheer fact that they're planning this event basically a month away, and I'm like, that means they're well organized and they got stuff together. And then the second thing was it's for adults because it's like a 30th birthday party, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could do a birthday party for adults. And then they were like, it's going to be Harry Potter themed, and I'm like, I may not be the biggest Harry Potter fan, but I know enough to retheme tricks as Harry Potter. So I was like, okay, let me send that. And then they were like, oh yeah, we're interested. And then I'm like, okay, so how should we do this? And then I was like, yeah, we could do this. And then later, like literally like an hour, I think an hour ago, the email came in and I was like, oh, booked. I'm like, yes. So it should be a fun gig when I do it. Of course, I'll do a gig recap when after I do it. But should be good. Should be fun. And then let's see here. So Feldenkane says perfect. So when GipsonLens does his movie reviews and uses the thumbs up and down, he does the thumb dance. Every single time I see Feldenkane's like the emote that Feldenkane did, that Gibson a thumbs up or Gibson a thumbs down, I imagine it like this, like or so yeah. Look at yeah. See, look, all those thumbs ups and downs, and I actually imagine them going like uh like you're a martial artist, right? Like as though we were like a bad martial arts movie or a good martial arts movie, just back from the 70s. All right, cool. So we have a couple of requests in the queue. But yeah, I was actually so excited to deliver the news. I actually, the reason why I might have been 1 minute late is because I was texting all of my magician friends and telling them, guys, I got a gig. Got a gig. Some of them have been pulling for me to get into doing gigs for a while. So they're probably really excited. Can you do a Master of the Flying Guillotine themed magic trick? Can I do a Master of the Flying Guillotine theme trick? Astro Art, I know that you know a little bit about magic. Is there a specific trick that this is, or are you just giving me a theme? Because I don't know anything about specifically a Master of the Flying Guillotine, but in my mind, I'm like, if you just want me to try and do a guillotine themed trick, that could be doable. All right. Let's see. Charlie has requested red, blue, oil, and water, which has been a boss trick more than one time. So I've got to look for it because it is certainly not. It's been a while since I think I've done this one. Uh, with me requesting it, probably so. Yep, says Charlie's Beats. Yep, that's right. Okay, all right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna run through this trick once, and hopefully things are going to be okay with it. I think I just got through what would be considered the most difficult part. Nope, I just messed it up. Okay. All right. All right. Good thing I did the quick rehearsal, because otherwise I would have messed up on camera. Elster says, I know Kung Fu. All right. Elster, are you saying that you want me to theme I know Kung Fu as a master of the flying guillotine? Is that what is that what you're asking for? Um, Because I think, yeah. All right, hold on. Let me try and figure out what I did wrong with this one. Why is this wrong? Oh no, I'm so fearful. I messed up in the exact same spot of this trick. So, okay, let's see. Well, all right. Chan has requested Triumph Squared. We are going to. Sorry, Charlie. You may have found another boss trick, and I'm gonna bump it down, and I may have to refresh myself on this one part of this trick. Actually, wait. I didn't. I don't have notes for this trick. Actually, Charlie, you're too good. You're too good, Charlie. I mean, Charlie. Charlie, we're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. We're going to Candy Mountain. Okay, all right, we're gonna bump that down for a second. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I just realized this is really appropriate for Friday because it's checking the gaff meter. Welcome in. Hi there now. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well. I just announced at the beginning of stream that I booked my first gig salad gig. So yay! All right. Okay, so this is Triumph Squared. So we're just we're kicking the potential boss trick down the road. I have to like do some battles first to get to the boss. This is like an unknown boss. Like hopefully I can remember how to do that other Charlie's trick before we get to the end there. But uh, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the deck into two roughly equal parts. They don't have to be exactly equal, but I do need to have two selections, one in each section, and I don't really it doesn't matter that I know what it is. So if there's anybody who wants to select a card, go ahead and click directly on the screen if you're on desktop, and we should see a heat map on one of these. Okay, come back to that later, please. Your first gig, your first what gig? Oh, my first gig salad gig. So there's a website called gigsalad.com. So is my heat map working? Oh no, my OBS is freezing for some reason. Hopefully stream is not frozen. Is stream frozen? Oh no, okay. I see my stream still going over here. Okay, I do see the heat map. Oh no! Okay, guys, my OBS, when I hover my mouse over it, it has the hourglass. So something might happen in a second if it doesn't right now. But let me, the show must go on, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this moment to just continue with the trick. So this card is our selection. And we're going to go, heat maps are working, excellent. That's good, okay. So this card is the 5 of spades. So let's go ahead and place that back into the middle of this packet here. So we have our 5 of spades, and it's going to be in the middle of this packet right here. Okay, and then we are going to need another selection for this one, this packet. And go ahead and click on one of, oh, I should probably, oh no, I can't clear them right now. Okay, all right, so I see this one hasn't moved and the other one's jumping around. So this one, all right, so the first one is the 5 of spades, and then this one is the 5 of clubs, the 2 black 5s. You guys are impeccable. You could have chosen any other card, but you guys chose the 2 black 5s because I knew you guys could do it. So I'm going to go ahead and place that face up into the middle of this packet. Now, I'm now going to go ahead and turn this packet over, and we will shuffle face up into face down. Okay, here we go. Check the gaff meter, close your eyes. All right, here we go. Really pushing them in. Okay, boom, 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 boom. All right, one more for good measure. Boom. Okay, all right, we have the OBS warning that something might happen to OBS, so I'm going to wrap up this trick with the help of our friend, the Deck Sock. Hey, Deck Sock, how's it going? All right, well, can you fix this, please, for our lovely viewers? Why, thank you kindly. Hey, Deck Sock, says checking the app meter. So Charlie Speed's got the Deck Sock ready. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but Deck Sock has fixed everything for me. Thank you, Deck Sock. Everything except for the 2 cards that are face down. And look, they happen to be right next to each other. And oh my god, they happen to be next to the 2 red 5s. I don't know if you guys can see, but take a look. Our 2 face down cards are the 2 black 5s right next to the 2 red 5s. And that, my friend, is Triumph squared in a square. Checking the app meter says, what? Holy crap. And Alstro Art is, thank you kindly for the claps. And thank you kindly for the Deck Socks, Charlie's Beats, Felden Kane, and Alstro Art. And guys, I can't change the scene. And I now have... Hold on, let me just... I think it's still going, right? Am I still going? Let me just show you the screen. The screen has gone all white on me. Actually, I should probably show... The screen has gone all white on me. This is bad. If I get disconnected... So I actually can't change scene. Luckily, we are on this scene, so I can show you magic. But, okay, alright. Those darn computer viruses and malware. I was going to say I can't even type in chat, but I do because I have my other one up over here. So yeah, seems bad. Yeah, seems bad. So I'm going, you know what? The show must go on. All right. I'm going to go ahead and clear this one, and I'm going to kick Charlie's card trick down one more time. Because, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Worst case scenario, I can try and recall how to do the trick when OBS fails. So at least I already know how to do I know Kung Fu. Although I have to try and theme this as a guillotine for some reason. Those darn computer viruses and malware. Yo, I try and do a really good job on this computer of not doing anything crazy. But J Ford asks, question to answer later if you have time. Do you know what you will wear for your gig? Oh, J Ford, that is a very wonderful question. I feel like magicians can get away with some pretty fun clothes, especially with a themed party. So so long story short, I don't really like Harry Potter per se. I don't dislike it. I've seen the first 5 movies. I wasn't compelled to finish watching any of the movies. I read half of the first book, but I wasn't compelled to read more of the first book. But I know enough between memes and those 5 movies. But I don't have anything like I can't cosplay in Harry Potter. I moved my heat map to side. Oh, thank you kindly for moving your heat map. Yeah, I'm sure it would have been fine, but let's see. So I actually don't know what they want me to do. I'm actually going to ask probably what the dress code do you want me to dress formally, semi-formal, or just casual, and we'll go from there. I don't think everybody's going to be dressed up as Harry Potter. They just said it was Harry Potter themed party, so unless they're all like cosplayers or something. Um, yeah, on this computer, yeah. The 7 and 8 are actually good. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I've seen those movies. Oh, okay. Yeah, 7 and 8. So there's only 7 Harry Potter books, but because the last book was split into 2 movies, so that would be the 7th and 8th movie. I see, okay. All right, so first things first, we need a selection. I won't ask for the heat map thing because at this point I think my OBS is screwed, and so I'm just waiting to see if it can regain control, and if it doesn't, we may have to take a short break later. But here's a selection, and I'll just use the 5s. Normally I use the kings, but we'll use the 5s. And so, there's the king! Guys, I'm not gonna lie, if only I could have planned this. This one was a coincidence. But normally I'll do this trick with the 4 kings and then a selection. But now we have 4 other cards and a black king. So, alright, here we go. Back in ancient France. Oh, is it ancient? Ancient France, when people got punished, they would be subjected to the guillotine. And here, what we will sometimes have is one particular individual, in this case our king of clubs, be subjected to the guillotine. They would be left at the gallows to basically fester until they would then be brought to the execution block. I would change scenes to start over, but we've already messed this up. So we're going to reset, and I'm going to tell the story again. The screen is implying, Alstro Art says, implying no one gets punished in modern France. I mean, not via the guillotine. Train Gap Meter as the laughing donkey. There we go. All right. Okay. Where were we? Ah, yes. So here we have the 4 5s and a king. I'm going to pretend that I said all of those things about happenstance and coincidences again. All right, let's say we wanted to execute the king of clubs, which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, all of the card faces are from the French style of cards. So all the suits that are now considered like the primary suits of playing cards all came from French playing cards. So this is appropriate. They would have brought this individual to the gallows to be killed. And here on the chopping block, is that where the word chopping block comes from? No, that can't be it, right? That'd be too easy. All right, so here we go. Once again, here's all of the onlookers that are going to get ready to see the king of clubs get killed. And we're going to go ahead and leave the king of clubs right there. And then, of course, we have our onlookers, and they're going to be watching the king of clubs get chopped down by our red fives. And so, 1, 2, 3, and all we need to do is chop to destroy, to behead, sorry. We don't destroy in ancient France because that would be way too messy. So they just beheaded them, right? And so they're going to go ahead and behead that king. However, once the guillotine strikes down, they find out that the king did not lose his head. The king actually transported to the crowd. Because if we take a look, there's no king here. He actually jumped to the audience. Well, seeing this, they decide to capture him again and try the execution once more. And so, the platform begins again, and this time they're going to keep the crowd in their eyesight, and we're going to leave the king in between the two face-up black fives, because I'm going to go ahead and grab the king and place him in there. And so now they're enlisting the help of the audience to then hold down our king. And so now certainly he can't escape. But as all good Ted Gaffney says, we've already messed this up. All right, glorious. And so here we go. 1, 2. As the guillotine comes down over here, as it turns out, our king has gotten away. Because our king has escaped away from the platform, away from where the crowd was holding him. And actually, you're probably wondering where the executioners are. Well, here's one, but how do you get the second one? Right here. And that, my friends, is, I know Kung Fu, but themed as French flying guillotine? I don't know. That was what I was thinking about the entire time when Elshor said Master of the Flying Guillotine. Okay, alright. Okay, I'm going to, oh yeah, guys, I'm going to take a sip of tea. If you've been sitting around for a while and you're not hydrated yet, please feel free to hydrate. I'm having some blood orange tea today. Very appropriate after our trick that we just had, except nobody actually got beheaded. So, thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, check the gaff meter, Chan the Magic Man. Alright. I just realized I also now can't rehearse, because because now if I bring anything down here at all, it's basically going to get revealed. So, alright, we're going to just do one more rehearsal, and then I'm going to hope that I can do Charlie's Beats request without changing, because I fear that if I click like, so right now it says OBS is not responding, and it is not responding, so. Oh, okay, wait, I think, boom, boom, boom. So it is serious. Yeah, I think it is serious at the moment. Okay, I think I might know what I've done wrong. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Then we can do this. Should be in this state. Do this. Oh, okay. And then boom, boom, boom. Okay, all right. I think we've got it. All right. Okay. Here we go. Um, red, blue, oil, and water. Maybe write on a piece of paper a few moments later and use that to cover the camera for a moment. Oh, yeah, no. We're gonna do this legit. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna cheat and cover camera. All right. Okay, so first things first. We have 4 cards here, and so these 4 cards, the 2 red backed cards, have red faces, and the 2 blue backed cards, there aren't blue faces, so they have black faces. And here's what we're going to do. If I was to intermix them like this, you would expect that they would be intermixed on the front, which clearly they are here, and on the back. But if I turn it over and snap, they will separate into into red and blue cards, right? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take this and place it into the middle, and you can see that they're intermixed here, and I'm going to close that up. Now, if I was to go ahead and turn the packet and snap, you'll see that they have separated once again. Now, some people believe that when I intermix them, I do a very secret move. I do a very secret move to unmix them, right? Like they might see me do something like unmixing them like this for some reason. However, perhaps that was just an illusion that they saw because they were still mixed the entire time. And however, if I was to go ahead and just flip it back over and snap, look, they are separated once again. And that, my friends, is, I will call, a successful performance of red, blue, oil, and water. Whew, okay. I think I dodged a bullet there from Charlie's Beats. Charlie was aiming with accuracy. So, whew. Keeping me on my toes, though, Charlie. Well done. Okay, now I got to try and figure out, because I think it would be obnoxious. First of all, I can't clear the heat maps. I can't switch to the other scene. J4213 says, "Yay! Thank you kindly for the claps." Felden Kane, thanks for clearing that. Chan, thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. And, alright. Okay, guys. If I get disconnected, I will reconnect quickly shortly thereafter. In the meantime, actually, let me do one more thing before we attempt to cut the camera. And this is my reaction to OBS. Let's pretend I have Gibson eyes right here, and then we're going to go ahead and have Gibson sus eyes. And I know that looked very slow, but I've revealed this trick like maybe 24 times on stream already. So, all right, okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to attempt to reclaim control of OBS. Wish me luck, guys. Fingers crossed. Oh my god, OBS Studio is not responding. Wait for the program to respond or close the program. Alright, here we go. All right, I will say, well, but there's this strange thing that happens when I start up OBS, and my camera is not moving. That's okay. I've seen this before. This happens all the time. Uh, I have to deactivate my face camera and then reactivate my face camera. And now you should be able to see me move. Um, there we go. Ta-da! Sorry, tech magic. Ta-da! All right. J Ford says it's like a different kind of magic. Yes, that's right. That's absolutely right, J Ford. Will he? Oh, hold on. I have to read J Ford. Will he make it back alive on the next episode of Sleight of Hand Sunday? Will Nam, crazy Asian, make it back alive? And then I have to have like a 4 episode montage of me. Oh, actually, if anybody didn't know, on my Instagram, I put a few pictures of me doing Genki Dama with the sun. So I was like, let me see if I can pull those up really quick. Or, let me see here. So you can just imagine one of these pictures as I'm going. All right. Oh yeah, here's one. Oh, you know what I don't like on the Instagram app when I double tap my own picture? It's like it hearts it. Okay, there we go. So just imagine me doing that on the next episode of Sleight of Hand Sunday. All right, there we go. If anybody didn't know, I was a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z way back in the day when I was a kid. Um, I'm arguably still a fan of Dragon Ball Z. Like, how many adults do you see using the sun to do Genki Dama and then sharing that with all of the internet? Is it? I mean, I know it's not just me, but probably not every adult. Um, all right, there we go. Hold on, where did that come? Oh yeah, that's right. I was reading J Ford's comment. Will he make it back alive? And I was just thinking about the narrator at the end of each Dragon Ball Z episode. Um, it's like, oh, he's alive, says Feldon Kane. In my mind, I was thinking, oh no, maybe Feldon Kane was like, oh shucks. Like, checking the gaff meter is requesting a trick. Thank you for that request. Checking the gaff meter, and then brilliant, says J Ford. Yeah, I don't know why they were pretty popular. I guess like usually my food pictures get like maybe a handful of views, and then like these ones got like way more for some reason. I'm like, I guess people just wanted to see my angry face and Dragon Ball Z nostalgia. So, okay, all right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get ready for a trick called red herring. I'm going to need a card to help me here, and it will be you know what? The other Black King. Okay. All right. Okay, so now that I can switch scenes again, hold on, let me try and... Okay, all right, good. I can click around. Okay, let me switch back here. All right, great. Okay, whew, I can breathe. I, ha I have control over you, OBS. I probably shouldn't push my luck because knowing the OBS will have heard what I just said and try and take the stream back. OBS is sometimes like a hacker just trying to take over the stream, right? Like, you guys know, a lot of you guys are streamers. All right. Now you're done for. I know. I have such hubris, and now it's over. All right. So I have 4 cards here, and I'm just going to show you on each one of these. We've got a blank card, a a blank card, a blank card, and then of course the money card. This is the one that I want you guys to follow. This is the King of Spades. Okay. So here's the King of Spades. Now, if I was to reverse count these cards, where would you say the King of Spades is? It was on the top. I think a lot of people would say that it should now be on the bottom, right? Right, checking the gaff meter says on the bottom. Right, but intuitively, that's what should happen, but it's actually not here on the bottom. That's weird. So if you want to know where it actually is, it's actually here on the top. I know that doesn't make any sense because here it is. It's here on the top. I know, that's strange. Now, if I was to go ahead and place this, oh, I don't know, like maybe in the second position. Oh, no, sorry, the third position. So here it is, King of Spades, here in the third position. Now, if I was to reverse count the cards again, you would expect it to be in the which position? Probably the second position from the top, right? Yeah, that's actually what you would expect. But no, this one is blank. And where is the King of Spades? It's actually this is unintuitive because here it's here at the bottom. That doesn't make any sense, right? That's completely, there's no reason for that. All right. So, I think perhaps that things are a little bit confusing with too many cards. And you know what? Let me go ahead and I'm going to take one of these blank cards right here, and we're going to place it off to the side. Shh. We'll just place it off to the side over there. Okay. And so, actually, we are going to take. Hold on. Where's the king? The king is right. Oh, the king is right here. Okay. So here's the king. And we are going to go ahead and I'm actually trying to remember how to do this trick. This is actually going to become a boss trick because I don't remember the next step, the performance. But okay, I'm going to place the king into the packet here. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take one of these blank cards out of the way just so that you're not confused. So I'm going to take this blank card and place it out of the way. So now if I mix these up, try and figure out where the king is, the top, the middle, or the bottom. And I think some people would probably say, I mean, at this point I mixed them up, right? So I think they would guess it's probably on the top. That's not the case. And now they would probably guess it's probably on the bottom. Nope. And then they'd probably guess it's got to be in the middle. It's the only card left, right? And now everybody thinks that the card is over here, the King of Spades. But actually, this is what I want you to think because this is the red herring. See, if I actually show you where the king is actually on the bottom over here. Because this card really is a red herring. And if you don't know what a red herring looks like, that's what a red herring looks like. And that, my friends, is Red Herring. A very scuffed performance of Red Herring. So I'm going to have to refresh a little bit on that. But yeah, that'll be a boss trick. I'm going to take a note on that. Okay, there we go. Just because I didn't remember like how to get that smooth middle part. But otherwise, I mean, I didn't mess up the trick per se. I was just a little fumbly in the middle. I think it still worked out fine. Check the gaff meter says, yo! And Jay Ford says, how? Question mark, exclamation, question mark, explanation. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, checking the gaff meter. And Jay Ford, thank you kindly. All right. And that was checking the gaff meter, finding a boss trick. So well done checking the gaff meter. Thank you for keeping me sharp, because you know that's a good one. This is one that I'm probably gonna take to the gig. I think it'll be good. Yay me, says checking the gaff meter. All right, let's see here. That was Red Herring. Next up, we've got a trick called Traveling Man. All right, we're going to need some cards for this. So hang on. All right, I will use the kings this time. For real. King, king. King, king. I don't want to blame the fact that if I messed up a trick, it's like I'm not using the cards that I normally use, because that shouldn't be the case, especially me, like of all people. I should be able to do a bunch of these tricks just using whatever cards, as long as it makes sense. Okay, here we... Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, so I have two piles of cards. We've got the blue cards and the red cards. Now, I just want you to see that for both of these piles, all of the kings are in the same order. The club, the diamond, the spade, and the heart. So, at this point, I need a suit selected. So if there's anybody in chat who would like to select a suit, that will be the one that we send across the wire. And by the wire, I mean, let me find something to represent the wire. Here's the wire. This is just a pen. Actually, it's not really a pen. There's no pen in here. It's just a pen case. Hey, E-Room. Welcome in. How's it going, E-Room? Thanks for the bang. I see Feldenkane has selected the spade. And that, my friends, we will begin. Over here on this side of the wire, we're going to place the spade here. It's third from the top when we flip the packet down. And we will place it in the exact same position over here. So once again, third position from the top. And I'm going to go ahead and place the wire right here. There was a bang? I mean, I heard the bang. Did you guys not hear the bang? That's like the reason why I know E-Room has entered the room. Like, it's almost E-Room's like E-Room's greeting in chat. I used a silencer, says E-Room. Yo. Hey! Okay, that was Charlie now. Charlie's shooting back. Okay, I'll wait for this to clear a little bit. Okay, I'm going to square up each pile, okay? So now we've got the king of spades, the one who will travel across the wire. Not sure I heard them. Oh, that's interesting. I heard them, right? And did other people in chat hear them? Did you guys hear those? Um, Everybody else in chat? E-Room heard them, but a bit low. Charlie's heard that. Huh, interesting. Hold on, let me just... boom. Okay. I did too. All right, cool. I guess something, yeah, should be working. Ding! All right, so with all of that gunfire and the random transporter, we literally just had the King of Spades transport from each pile into the other pile through the wire, I guess. So this is the pattern buffer, I guess. So now if I show you in this blue pile, we have one red card, and that one red card is indeed our King of Spades. And over here, in our red pile, we do have one card that swapped with it in this case, and it was our King of Spades. Now, let me go ahead and place them back into their correct piles, like so. And if I show you, let's go ahead and make sure that these are all blue. That's not it. All right, guys. We're going to start this one over. I think I was distracted with all the sound alerts. So, well done, chat. You got me there. You got me there. You know, if every week is going to become like this, bring it on. Bring it on. All right, okay. Here we go. So the thing is, this is probably closer to like what real distraction at a real gig could be like, because and I probably need practice at a real gig. Like I know how to perform for a camera, where it's usually this, you know, what I would consider a safe environment. Like I'm not afraid some heckler is actually going to come down my stairs and bust me in the ass. Like that'd be weird because they would be in my house. All right, here we go. Starting again. All right. Two piles, all kings, and all of these kings, I just want to show you, are in the exact same order in both piles. Do you guys want to swap the suit or keep the suit? Whoever would like. Checking the gaff meter, are you trying to become a heckler? Or are you just trying the command to see if... So, we'll give a chat a second. If you guys want to stick with spades, let me know. Or if you guys want to change, let me know. Trying to summon? Oh, trying to summon a heckler. Oh, okay, I see. I don't know. So not everybody was here last week, but I was heckled by a 10-year-old 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, and here's the thing. The 10-year-old like heckled me, but they were the one who asked for the magic trick. And I'm like, yo, kid, it's not polite to heckle a guy that's trying to show you some magic that you asked for. And so I basically stopped showing her the magic trick. This was just an interaction where nobody else was watching. Like there were some adults that were like a few feet away, but nobody was like watching the trick. So I'm like, all right, I don't need this. It wasn't at a gig or anything. It was just I was doing magic at a kid's birthday party. I'm like, nah, sorry, I'm out. Deuces. Brutal. Spelling Kane. Yeah, kid doesn't know how the world works yet. I mean, also there are nicer kids that were younger than her, and I'm like, all right. I will assume that we're going to be keeping with the King of Spades then. Let's go ahead and do that. King of Spades, King of Spades. The fun thing also is when I start these tricks over, you guys saw something and potentially you might know where the trick's going, so that's something you can watch out for. All right, let me get the wire back in. Full disclosure, the wire is purely decorative. Shh. All right. Let's square this up. Yeah, if you guys have seen me do this trick before. I've never had the wire before. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and send the king of spades across the wire. Sir, that is a pen. Shh. This is not the pen you are looking for. All right, so this pen is a bridge. Yeah, this pen is a bridge. Don't look up thispenisabridge.com. All right, now let me go ahead and show you that there is a card that has jumped over from that side to this side, and of course it is our king of spades. And then over here in the blue pile there is a red card, and that red card is indeed our king of spades. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Says Weldon Kane. Lol. Alright. Let me go ahead and switch these back like so. Once again, I'm going to show you that there are all red cards in this pile and all blue cards in this pile. And we will send the king of spades through the wire again. Sorry, through the Wendy's. So this is a very narrow Wendy's. Sorry, the pen is a bridge. Don't look that up.com. And actually, you know what? I will use the tip of the pen and we will spread the cards using the tip of the pen. Because now look, there's one card that has jumped over the red pile from the blue pile, and one, I'll use the other tip, just in case we didn't want the tips to touch. And that here is a red card amongst the blue cards over here. Is that strange? That's strange. I mean, even if it's the bottom tip, wouldn't you still call it the tip? Look, there's no pen in here, okay? It's just... it's just a hollow shell of what once was a pen. But now if I show you this blue card over here is indeed our king of spades, and this one is indeed our king of spades, and the rest is history. Look, there's no pen in there. I know, right? Sorry, was that the magic trick? Oh yeah, did you guys think this was a pen? This is actually a pixie stick. All right. Oh, sorry, that's not what you're supposed to do with pixie sticks? Okay. Hold on, let me... All right, there we go. I just have to practice that because, you know, I hang out with a 4-year-old, i.e. my daughter. So, thank you, Kelly, for the claps. Checking the gaff meter, Feldon Kane, J Ford, E-Room, Shinobi1, welcome in, how's it going? And LOL. Thanks for the LOL, and Charlie's Beats, gasp, and gasp. Yeah, so 4-year-olds can't follow all my tricks, but that one, they can. All right. Oh, and I see J Ford has redeemed something. J Ford has redeemed gigantic cards. J Ford, I don't know. Are you ready for giant cards? And this is just in time for Chan the Magic Man's request of Overture. Is that doable? I think that... Oh, that's going to be a little bit difficult. Is it... You know what? I've messed up a bunch on stream today. I've revealed some secrets of magic. I mean, not deliberately. It was purely by accident, but... what's one more, I guess? Alright, we are going to attempt to perform the next trick No, whichever trick you think will work best. No rush. All right, all right. Tell you what, we are going to at least attempt this next one with the big cards, and then we will see what to do. So if you were here during the hype train, I did technically do this during the hype train, but it was with regular sized cards. So this will be a little bit interesting. All right. Oh, first, let me show you the size of these cards. So we have here we have normal size cards right here. The size cards that I normally use, poker size cards, also known as standard. These are how big this size card is. This is about 4 times as big, I'd say. It's a little bit less than 4 times because you try to line them up. There's a little bit, they're kind of like offset a little bit. So, but yeah, so these are big. And so let's go ahead and see how we do with this. We're taking a quick ad break. Oh, okay. I haven't actually started yet. Okay. I'll wait up here and then let me know when ad break is over. Let me know when ad is over. Okay. All right. We are going to attempt to do something completely ill-advised, but as I said, I've revealed this trick on stream many times and sometimes not deliberately. All right. So this looks like a six of clubs, right? Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Hooah! There's our king. There's our king. That was not magical at all, by the way. You probably saw exactly everything that's going on. So, um, for the record, for the record, this is this is what it's supposed to look like with a regular size. J4 clapping and Hiroom is also lolling. Okay, so anyway, this is what it's supposed to look like. There you go. That one I think looked good. But that was with gigantic cards. Anyway, that was not the trick that we're gonna do. That was just a demonstration while I wait for the ad break to end. So as people come back from the ad break, somebody let me know. Checking the gaff meter is back. Thank you. All right. Cool. All right. So here we go. We have 2 red 9s and 2 black jacks. Why the black jacks? Well, because many other face cards aren't called out by name. So we're going to be using the black jacks. I'm going to turn the 2 red 9s face down and placing the 2 black jacks in between them. Now, if I just reverse count these, they will be in the same situation like this. However, if I go ahead and give this packet a magical shake, I don't know how to do the magical shake here. I don't know if you guys could tell, but that magical shake changed everything. And now, if I go ahead and I show you, the 2 red 9s are now face up in between the 2 face down blackjacks. I know, it's hard to believe, but look. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Alright, we'll do it again. So if I reverse count the cards, but I don't do any sort of magical shake, they're still in the same situation that they are in. However, now, if I do the reverse count and then I hold the packet and I do the magical shake, this is very difficult. This magical shake is very difficult to get, right? And so, but now if I show you, the 2 blackjacks will be face up in the middle. Okay, there we go. And that, my friends, I'll call a successful performance of Overture with gigantic cards. Okay, I just realized that we didn't clear some redeems from last week. So, all right, gigantic. All right, so there we go. And that was with gigantic cards. All right, while I have them out, do I want to do anything else with them? Um, let's see. Let me find the other nines, because why not? I guess. I've already found these ones. Okay, all right, there we go. Let's see where, you know what? I want to try doing, there's this trick called Jazz Aces. And I know there's no aces here, but I can just do like Jazz Nines or something. That's fine. Okay. Thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter, Chan the Magic Man, E-Room, Feldenkane. Thank you kindly for the claps. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know that seeing like big cards is probably a novelty. I don't know any magicians that would be willing to do this. Maybe except me. I'm the crazy one. All right, so let's see. I have 4 jacks, 4 nines, and what we're going to do is, oh, let me go ahead and place the 9 of spades. Can everything fit on the camera is probably my question. But all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 jacks. We'll leave these jacks over here, and then here's the other 3 nines. Let's go ahead and place the other 3 nines. Let me make sure that they get on camera. I might just turn this one just so that we can fit it on the screen. Okay, excellent. Man, this is surprisingly fitting. Okay, that I meant that in a different way than what it is normally meant. But okay, so we've got our 4 jacks over here, and what I want to do is we are going to go ahead and I'm going to place a jack down here and place the 9, one of the 9s, into this packet right here. And now, if I just snap, we're going to swap that jack with this 9. And actually, if I show you, we just have jack, 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 jack. I know, because the 9 is over here. Weird? Yes. Makes sense? No. That's okay. All right, here we go. We're going to place a jack over here. And we're going to take a 9 and place it here. And we're going to go ahead and swap it just like this. Because now, if I show you, jack, 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 jack. And here we've got the 9. And then, of course, finally, we're going to need to place a jack down here. We'll place the last 9 amongst these cards here and do that final swap, because now what we have here is all of the jacks up here, and down here we have got the 9s. Brings new meaning to the jacks are dressed to the 9s. Boom. And that, my friends, I think should have looked okay. I think that should have looked okay, right? I don't think anything should have looked. I mean, if you guys are used to seeing me how I handle regular size cards, I think everything that might look weird is attributed, and I assure you it probably is me handling big jumbo gigantic cards. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, checking the gaff meter, E-Room, Feldenkane, Charlie's Beats, and J Fort says, That was awesome. Hopefully I captured the enthusiasm there. All right, here we go. We will do the snap change one more time with the gigantic cards before putting them away. Uh, okay, here we go. 1, 2. No, no, no. Sorry, I messed that one up. All right. Not that I wasn't gonna mess it. I'm pretty sure this one was gonna get messed up. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, all right, that was almost okay. Almost. All right. But yeah, that is so yeah, whenever the gigantic cards get redeemed, these are the gigantic cards. I will, however, let you in on a secret. This is not the biggest deck of cards that I have. Because let me just show, I just want to show who requested, J Ford had requested gigantic cards. So I kind of refuse to do magic with this next size that I'm going to show you right now. So here's the size of the deck that I just showed you. Huge, right? Compared to regular size right there, right? Here is the granddaddy of the big decks. Actually, let me take it out of the box so that you can truly see the scope. This is how big the hugest deck is. And it is probably about, I don't know, 2.5 of these, probably. Let me see. Yeah, it's more than, hold on. It's not quite 4 times. Maybe it's like 3 times as big. Yeah, it's about 3 times as big, I'd say. These, but wait, says checking the gaff meter. Um, hold on. Hold on, are all 4 aces like nearby? Because, is there something I want to try? Guys, guys, now that I've pulled out the deck, you know I can't really resist. I've taken the effort to take it out of the box, right? Like, okay, let me find. Oh, look, we found the aces were in a convenient spot. All right, that's insane. Says check the gap meter. Yes, J Ford says, "What in the world?" Uh, Beth kind of sort of says, "Can you magically shrink them?" The answer is no. I cannot magically shrink these. How do you play with those? Says J Ford. Great question. I actually don't think people would play with these. I believe this is solely for doing the purposes of magic on a stage for magicians, because nobody in their right mind would need anything like this. Okay, I'm going to attempt to do a thing. All right, so here we go. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Now, if I don't do any magic, I'm going to put the ace of spades down here, the ace of clubs down here, and the other aces over here. So you would expect the black aces over here, red aces over here. That's correct, because I did not do any magic, because these are stupidly huge. The one awesome thing is that you finally see what the pip of the spade looks like in relation to the other ones if it was a normal size. That's really the only benefit to these. But, okay, now let me see if I can do any magic with this. So, some wizard you are, says Beth, kinda sorta. Alright, Beth. I'd like to see you do some... I'd like to see you handle a gigantic deck of cards like this. Okay. Checking the gap meter says lol. J4 says ha. Alright, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and place the ace of spades over here. And kind of the exact same way as before I did the magic. I'm going to take the ace of clubs. We're going to place it over here. And then we'll place the 2 red aces over here. But now I will magically swap them. You know, I would actually just like to see people play with these cards. Like, playing an entire professional final round of a poker game with these cards. Actually, if you thought that these were the black aces, no, we've swapped them. Because now over here we've got the 2 red aces, and over here we've got the 2 black aces. Haha, yes, please. Yeah, I know, right? There we go. Beth kind of sort of says, well, I'm not a wizard, and if I was to learn to shrink my giant cards. I would, yeah, I would just like to see people play with these. Like, it would be ridiculous. Phil and Kane says, lol. J Ford says, nice. All right, so it is not impossible. It is not out of the realm of possibility to do some sort of sleight of hand. But I'll let you know, it is hard. it's kind of difficult. All right, I'm gonna put these down. I'm gonna put these down before I hurt myself. And you know what the crazy thing is? I'm thinking about getting another gigantic deck like that. Because if I end up having to do magic shows, most of my tricks are card tricks, and so it's like, well, if anything ever happens to those at my show, if I end up doing a magic show, that will be a problem. J Ford says, I'm impressed. Those cards are no joke. Oh yeah, no, those cards, those cards are heavier than a pound. Like to hold the whole deck, it's probably like 4 pounds or something. Like the whole deck is heavy. Like it's like thick cardboard stock. It's even thicker than like regular playing cards, and they're not air cushioned, so they do not slide very easily. Okay, where were we? We had things on the list. So, oh, excellent. I had Jazz Aces, so let's clear that. Next up, we have Wild Card, requested by Charlie's Beats. This is a trick that I've been seeing more. Like, I'm seeing a comeback. Like, for a while, I didn't see people do this trick, and now I'm seeing a lot of people do this trick. I'm like, that's cool. So, I'm actually waiting to see if anybody does any sort of innovations with this trick because I think it has a lot of potential to do a bunch of different things. I haven't seen any, and I haven't been inspired myself to do anything majorly different with it, but I think the the bones are there for innovation. And you're probably wondering, well, I've never seen this trick before. And what is this trick? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to show you in a second. Hang on. All right, let's see here. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can do something interesting with these. No, okay. I'm going to have to do it the way that I know. I was actually thinking about trying something new with this trick, but I'm like, no, no, no. I should do the trick the way that I know before I do experimenting that is unproven. Okay. All right. Okay. So I have a packet of cards, and I really love collecting these 9 of spades. So look, I've got 1 9 of spades. This one I collected in Canada. 9 of spades. This one I collected in Florida. 9 of spades. This one, I think this one's the one from North Dakota. No. By the way, I've not really been to all of these places. 9 of spades. Oh, I don't know how this one got in there. This is the a Queen of Hearts. That's okay. 9 of spades. 9 of spades. 9 of spades, and then of course 9 of spades. Um, and when I saw the Queen of Hearts, I was thinking to myself, hey, maybe I've been collecting the wrong thing this entire time. And instead of collecting 9s of spades, maybe I should collect Queen of Hearts. Maybe I should change my collection. So let's go ahead and take this Queen of Hearts. And you know what I'm going to do? Let's change the collection. So 9 of spades with this Queen of Hearts. We will go ahead and change the 9 of spades to a Queen of Hearts. And let's go ahead and grab this 9 of spades. And we will go ahead and turn this 9 of spades into a queen of hearts. Let's go ahead and grab this 9 of spades and turn it into a queen of hearts. And of course, let's grab this one as well. And we will go ahead and change this one into a queen of hearts. And of course, we will change this 9 of spades into a queen of hearts. And then of course, we'll change this 9 of spades into a queen of hearts. You know, collecting things is really a pain, except when you basically decide, hey, I can change my entire collection all at once. Is that cool? That would be cool, right? Because look, now this 9 of spades is a queen of hearts. And then these queens of spades will attack this final, queen of hearts will attack this final 9 of spades, completing my collection of queens of hearts. And that, my friends, is wild card. I collect a lot of things. I have like a coin collection. I have board game collection. I have a Magic the Gathering collection. I have a collection of playing cards now. First time chat. Scott says, ZXE. Welcome in, Scott. How's it going? How are you doing? And welcome in. Having to change that one at a time shows your dedication. Yeah, you know what? Changing one at a time, it's like you are savoring the change, right? Like, if I was going to upgrade everything and I could do it all at once, right? You could do it all at once, but we're going to savor the moment of each one. Almost like saying bye to each one of the 9 of spades. Some people would accuse people of hoarding things when really you could just throw it away and clear your life of clutter, right? I'm probably guilty of keeping too many things, but I'm like, oh, I could find a use for that. And, you know. Thank you kindly for the claps. Felden Kane, E-Room. Scott says, very cool. Now my brain hurts. All right. Scott, we will let you in on the disclaimer. Everything that you see here is sleight of hand and performance. Even if you were here earlier today, I did mess up a couple of times, but yeah, it's not sorcery, it's not black magic, it's not deals with the devil. Sleight of hand. But yeah, don't lose any sleep. That was wild card. Thank you for that request, Charlie's Beats. I have also themed that trick as a Star Trek trick where the Queen of Hearts is actually the Borg Queen assimilating everybody. So that's fun. And thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. Charlie's got the Izzy paradox, combat and data laughing. Oh man, my Star Trek cards are a little bit further away, but there is a Star Trek card called Data Laughing, and I remember that. All right, guys, I think it is time for me to do my usual. I have to practice this coin trick to stay good at it. So we're going to be doing the coin matrix, and then I'll do the cardless coin matrix. And then, actually, I might even throw in my new invisible card or clear card coin matrix. That's still not on the official, but I want to practice that. Oh, how the magician's choice as boss trick 0 is so incorrect now. Oh, and Chan wants to see Rubik's Cube solve. Excellent. All right, we can do that too. So let's see. First things first, let me set up for this, that, and the other thing. So we've got these. And then we've got just regular cards. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So here we go. First things first, we have 4 coins. I'll place them into like a rectangle, and we will make these coins jump from corner to corner. We have 4 cards. The cards themselves don't really matter. They're just going to be used to cover the coins. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And don't blink. They move very quickly. So we make this one jump from here to there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that, my friends, is the classic coin matrix. Now, the thing that was inspired by Alstro art last week was, can you do it with clear cards? And you know, I've been working on it. secretly been working on it. However, I have 4 clear plastic cards right here, and we are going to be covering each card with each coin with a clear card. Let's position them in the way that I like to have them for this trick. And then, of course, Nom, don't do this, says Jay the Gameter. Okay, all right, I won't. Nah, too late. We're already en route. Okay, ready? Watch, it's gonna happen pretty quick. 1, 2, and I don't know if you guys saw, but look, one more time. 2, and last one. 1, 2, 3. And now some people suspect the cards have something to do with it, and I'm going to go ahead and show you both sides of the cards because I don't want you to think that there's anything suspicious. So here's both sides of the second one, both sides of the third one, both sides of the fourth one. And that is how you... Weird, says checking the gaff meter. I know, right? Clear both sides. I know. So, all right. Now, we will go ahead and do the cardless version, which is... It's similar, but... okay. So, and then it's weird. Clear both sides. All right. Excellent. So, once again, make them teleport from corner to corner like this. Like that. We have 1, 2, and 3 over here, 1 over there, and this is the last one. And then I like to finish now with this ending. So if I just go ahead and slide these up here, slide these down here, 1, 2, and there we go. And that, my friends, is the cardless coin matrix. There we go. Hopefully that looked good. I think that was the first time I successfully did all 3 of those phases in that, and I only tried it last week, I think. So I think that worked out pretty good. All right. Boom and boom. All right. Awesome. Thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. J Ford. E-Room. J Ford says, nice. Excellent. Thanks, J Ford. And then Chan, thank you kindly for the claps and for clearing that. And Bert, thank you kindly for the claps. And I just cleared out all of the coin matrices. So yeah, I think I want to do more with this trick. I just watched another version of that trick, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks so good. I'm not ready to perform it yet. And I do have another re-theming of that I'm planning for YouTube. I don't know, maybe next week. I'm thinking, but not this week. I just recorded. I actually just recorded, I think, the clear one for this Monday. So for tomorrow. All right. Now Chan has requested a Rubik's Cube solve. So this is one of the. Actually, this is the only trick on the list that is not a magic trick. All right, here we go. So here we go. We have a cube. I'm gonna mix it up, and we will solve it. I think it's been a while since I've solved one, so actually I hope this does not take so long and I embarrass myself, because I should remember how to solve one, but I guess we'll figure it out. Did you know? I think there's like 20 something something quintillion uh, permutations or combinations that one of these can be in. It's kind of nuts. All right, this is dark magic right here, says Jay Ford. Yeah. So all right, I think this looks sufficiently scrambled to me. So, and I guess you know what, Jay Ford, I will explain to you my thought process if you would like. So I'm going to start by finding the cross. And that's not just having all of these match the center color. So in relation to the centers don't move in relation to each other. Uh, so these will always stay the same. It's all of this stuff that moves around. So I need these to be white, but then not just to have white here, I also need them to match the color that is on the other side. And so we're going to start with that. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. Boom. Let's do this. Boom. Let's do this, and then let's do this. All right, so I've just gotten these to match because these also match the centers. Okay, next I'm going to get these corners to match. A couple of them look like they're in the right place, but they're not actually in the right place. So we're going to move those. And so the difference between the corners is that 3 of the sides have to match, so they all have to match their specific color. Okay, so this one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. And then this one goes here. Okay. All right, so now I've got the top all matching, and this first layer, we'll call this the top layer, the first layer. Okay, next, I'm going to get the second layer, which is all the ones in the middle, to hopefully match. So they just have to match 2 sides. So we'll go from there. Let's see, this one going here, this one going here. This one goes here. Let's see. This one goes here. And then okay, now this is the one I have to do something like this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now I've completed the 2 layers, so the top and the middle. And so now we've got this. Depending on the pattern that I see here will determine what algorithm I do. And I'm trying to get this fish. I call this the fish pattern. I don't know what it's actually called, but I got lucky, so I already have the fish, so I didn't have to do a couple of other algorithms to get here. So now when I get to this part, doing this last layer is basically just all algorithms in my mind. So I'm just going to do the algorithm. This one has to be done maybe up to 3 times. So that was 1, 2. Okay, so I only had to do it 2 times instead of 3. So now this is all set, but these are not quite aligned. So I'm going to find the two that match these two. So this one obviously goes here, and then I have to swap these two corners like this. So let me see if I remember how to swap the corners. Okay, good. My muscle memory proceeds. So now I only have to swap the center edges here, and I have to just move them around. Like these two have to swap, and then like these two have to swap. So I'm gonna have to do this twice. So we're gonna do this, and then I've just corrected this side, and now I just have to do one more rotation to get these three to their correct position. So boom, and boom, done. Solved. There we go. J Ford says, "This is breaking my brain, and you did it so fast." Oh, I didn't think I was doing it that fast. I was kind of explaining what I was doing along the way. So there we go. I think if like in my prime, I can't do it that fast anymore, but in my prime, I was I was just doing that, but like physically faster, and it was like anywhere between like 40 seconds and like a minute and 20 seconds. But in order to get faster than like 40 seconds, you actually have to remember a lot more algorithms. So it's so, and I was like, what's the return on investment? I can solve it in like a minute. It's fine. I'm good. Like that's a good enough party trick for most people. So good choice, Chan the Magic Man. Yeah. Oh, guys, if you did not know, Chan the Magic Man is also a magician, but also is a wizard at solving Rubik's cubes. He can't just he doesn't just solve a 3x3. He can solve a 2x2, a 3x3, a 4x4, a 5x5, and he has other weird ones like the pyramids, the mega minx. So if you want to see some crazy cube solving stuff, give Chan the Magic Man a follow and request like one of the crazy cube solves because I forgot what was it like. Was it like a couple weeks ago, Chan, that you were doing a 7x7? I think I was lurking and I just saw just you were doing a 7x7, and I'm like, oh my god, that thing's huge. It's just like, but yeah, it was crazy. Jay Ford says, dude, it would take me a month. I mean, I think once you learn the algorithm, like you could probably physically do it, but you do have to learn the algorithms, and like there's some algorithms that are just like easier to intuit than others, like getting things lined up and stuff. But like, yeah, once you get to like the bottom layer or like trying to fix like certain things, it's probably a lot more difficult. I have tried doing a 5x5, and yeah, I don't. I'm sure I could do it, but I don't have the patience to try and figure out everything on the 5x5. So. But you know what? Currently the queue is empty. If anybody wants to request anything, feel free. But now's a good time to do shoutouts. I have not done any shoutouts since stream started. So, guys, you're not following our friend and mod Chan the Magic Man. Please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. One of the other few magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule. So give him a follow. And he normally does magic on Mondays. So catch him on Monday, and he's doing magic. Other times you might catch him doing retro games, community games, or Grand Theft Auto. And he also writes his own music, so he creates his own dance and funk music. Which there was a you had a new release recently, right, Chan? What was that one called? I forgot. And then let's see here, AI Lady. That's right. I saw it and I was like, oh, that one's new. And then yeah, so AI Lady. That's right. So definitely give Chan a follow and check out his gaming, his music, and his magic. Guys, we're not following our friend E-Room, known as the Pope of Indiana. He is randomly streaming either things in real life, opening Kinder eggs to complete his collections, community games. Definitely give E-Room a follow. All right, guys, we're not following our friend and mod GipsonLens. Please give GipsonLens a follow. GipsonLens is a pianist and composer, composed a bunch of his own originals, put out his first album earlier this year, and I just realized the year's almost over, so we'll be able to say put out his first album last year. So, and in a few months. But yeah, definitely give GipsonLens a follow. And he's also become a movie critic because we make him watch movies now. Not just us, like Twitch chat, but also his coworkers. So, and he reviews them. And there we go. Let's see here. Guys, you're not following our friend Felden Kane. Please give Felden Kane a follow. Felden Kane, currently Variety Gamer, has streamed a bunch of different games, and definitely, I caught Felden Kane streaming. Oh, what was it? It's called. What's that one with the robots with the JRPG? Should know. At Grand near near Automata. The other, not the other day. It was like a couple weeks ago, I think. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I came in the chat for a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, it looks like some story is happening. I should probably bail because I do want to play it one day, because I've been told that I would love Nier by many people, and I know I would. I just I would have to make the time to then play it. Felden Kane says, thank you for the shout out. You're welcome, Felden. Guys, you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats. Please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Charlie, one of the OGs here, and Charlie has been known to stream before, and will stream again. We just don't know when, but he's a musician and gamer, so definitely check him out. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up in chat. I'm probably gonna hit the end of chat soon, and I may have missed some people at the beginning. So if I missed anybody, let us know. We'll give you a shout out. Let's see here. Okay, I've hit the top. So let me know if we missed anybody, or if you want to. Actually, if I don't know that you stream, let me know. I'd be interested to know what you stream. Thank you. It's a great game. Yeah, I know, Felden. I know I would love Nier because I've been told by several people. So I have a couple of games. So first of all, I already own Nier. I have it in my Steam library. I just haven't played it. And then there's another one that I have to play that I own now, or have a Steam license for. I guess technically it's not ownership, right? It's that's that's a whole can of worms that I don't really want to get done right now. But yeah, what was it Octopath Traveler 2? So I played the first Octopath Traveler and I loved it, and I'm like, I want to play the second one. And then when it was on like a super sale, I think I got it like 60% off or something. And I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be the best price I'll get. And then, so I want to play that at some point too. All right, next up we have a trick request from Charlie's Beats for Invisible Palm. So actually, I recently found out, I mean, not recently, I knew this maybe for a few months, but I guess relatively recently. So this trick is actually has a different name, and it normally goes by Open Travelers. So if you're a magician, you may know this trick as a different name, but the name Invisible Palm has become like the most popular version of the trick name, at least to me. But if you look in old books and stuff, when it refers to the tricks, they'll refer to it as Open Travelers. So fun little magic history for anybody who cares, which I know that magicians often care about it, because one of the things about like tricks that get created, you know how like when people have projects now and they create like media, music, movies, they're owned by companies and corporations. Usually when you create magic in the magic world, it's surprisingly very well self-policed, in that the people in the magic community still attribute the creator, even if somebody else was the publisher or distributor, still attribute the creator the credit for coming up or developing or inventing that trick. And I'm surprised that this is not something that can easily exist somewhere else, because I think it would solve a lot of like problems as far as like, you know, ownership, copyright, IP, that kind of thing. And it's like, oh, why can't it just be nice and respectful like the world of magic? Now, that's not to say that everything is clear cut and clean and precise, because there have been messy moments, that there have been lawsuits and stuff in the world of magic. But it's very hard to like claim that you did something completely original um, in Magic, because it's really hard to prove because so much of it is like secret. And so one of the only lawsuits that I remember that I know that has been defended successfully is that somebody attempted to do one of the tricks that Teller of Penn and Teller did in one of his shows, and whether the method was exactly the same or similar enough, the method being like the secret way that it's done, it was so close that Teller was able to say, "Hey, he's doing my trick. He can't do that. That's my trick." And Teller was like one of the few people that can actually claim that, and has like, and I guess they had the evidence to back it up and everything. So it's kind of crazy. But anyway, on to the invisible palm. I call it the invisible palm anyway. So, all right. Uh, we're gonna use the kings. So we've got the uh, king of spades, the king of hearts, the king of clubs, and the king of diamonds. Okay. All right. So what we are going to do is I will place the kings out like this, and I will show you one of the things in Magic that I think lay people know about, but don't really know how it's really done or anything like that. So I'm going to show you how magicians might palm a card. So palming a card is a technique where we hide a card in our hand, and if we hold it very well, you won't be able to see the card in there, but you'll know that it's there. So if I actually palm this very poorly, like if I had my fingers open, you'll be able to see that there's a card there, right? However, this technique is a little bit different in that if I just go ahead and I palm this, but very carefully, even if I turn my hand over, you won't be able to see the card. It's there, it's just invisible. And it's invisible until I want you to see it, which is when I place it on the table. Like that. I know, is that strange? That's very strange. Now we're going to break a rule of magic, which is don't do the same trick twice, so we're going to do that a second time. Once again, if I palm this very poorly and I open my fingers, you'll be able to see that there's a card there. However, now if I go ahead and I palm this, but much better, and you could arguably say invisibly, you won't be able to see anything. It's there, it's just invisible. It's invisible until I want you to see it, which is when I place it down on the table. I know, is that weird? Super weird, right? All right, so here's what what J Ford says, what? Okay. All right, so how? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Look, let me take one of these kings. All right, let me take one of these kings. I'll just place it right there. And we're gonna go ahead and palm it off of the deck. I'll demonstrate palming it off of the deck, okay? So the invisible palm off of the deck. Beth kind of sort of says wizardry. I know, right? So here's what it might look like if I palm it like this, okay? So now it's in my hand, but it's invisible. And you won't be able to see it until I want you to see it, which is when I put it down on the table. Yeah, so yeah, J Ford, the way you're reacting, what? How? And Beth's like, wizardry, exactly. Is I love doing this one in real life because then people are like, camera tricks. I'm like, wait, there's no way it could be camera tricks. He's right there. He's right there. And yeah, this one looks so good in real life too. It looks basically this good. I think you could shrink cards. You just don't want us to know. All right, Beth, kind of, sorta. I do know how to shrink cards. I just haven't practiced the art of shrinking cards. So, all right, you got me, Beth. You got me. All right. There is one problem with this trick, though. I actually did, quote unquote, make a mistake because normally I like to use the cards that somebody has signed if they have signed a card in the deck and Charlie's Beats actually requested this trick, and he signed the ace of spades, and I used the kings, which is unfortunate. So I have to fix that mistake right now. There we go. So I don't know if you can tell, but I've just changed all of the kings to the aces, and here's Charlie's Beats signed ace of spades. Thank you for that request, Charlie. All right, yeah, Beth got me. I have learned how to shrink cards. I just have not practiced it. I don't feel comfortable doing the card shrinking thing. So, yep. You got me, Beth. You got me. Thank you kindly for the claps. Jay Ford, Feldon Kane, Charlie's Beats. So I remember one of the first times that I showed this trick to someone, and it was at a bachelor part. No, it was at a rehearsal dinner. It was a rehearsal dinner the night before the wedding. Oh no, it might have not been the night before. It might have been 2 days before. It was a rehearsal dinner though, and the couple, the bride told me, "Oh yeah, don't show any magic at the wedding," and I'm like, "Okay." This was happening during COVID, so I guess it made it a lot easier. But I proceeded to show some of the people at the rehearsal dinner some magic. And they were like, "Yo, is he gonna be at the wedding? Is he gonna be doing some magic?" And the bride was like, "Well," and I think she just wanted to say no, but the reactions were so good from like the people from the rehearsal dinner. She was like, "Oh yeah, 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 he'll show some magic," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can show some magic." So it could, but this particular trick, I got one really good reaction from like I think he was the best man. It was like, "Oh my god, that one looked like so crazy," and then I showed it to him twice, and he was like, "I cannot figure it out," and he was just so like emotional about it, like being like, "That's like real magic," and I'm like, I mean, I didn't say sleight of hand. I hadn't figured out how to respond to people accusing me of, witchery, witchcraft yet. But yeah, that was a fun reaction. Thank you kindly for the claps. E Room, Charlie's Beats, Feldon Kane, J Ford. Yeah, so there's a couple of tricks that shrink cards and grow cards. There was one trick that I did for my YouTube channel, which actually I'm not sure if I'm prepared to just randomly show another screen, but I can give you a small taste of what the uh, shrinking card thing looks like. Hold on, I gotta look through view my channel. uh, I hope I can search for this. This one, okay. All right, this was before I even got this set up, so it didn't look as good. Um, okay, let me quickly. Is this screen? Okay, hold on. So I'm in the right scene. I just have to show. Let me see here. I have to show this, and this is going to be my. Okay, cool. Now I have to size it. Yeah, this is always a pain sometimes to size things for OBS. Okay. All right, let's go back up. Okay, okay. All right. And let me turn up the volume a little bit. Okay. All right. So I did some magic to change the size of cards using Ticket to Ride cards. So if anybody knows the board game Ticket to Ride.
Everybody, I'm Nam, and today we're going to be doing magic with board games. And today's board game is Ticket to Ride. And admittedly, I did not end up recording the patter along with this trick, mostly because I had like the perfect take during practice, and I couldn't replicate it for the actual trick. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. 'Cause I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to do the voiceover, and hopefully it turns out okay and the same. All right, here we go. All right, so let's pretend you have some cards from the 1910 set of Ticket to Ride, and the cards are big, but if you need the train cards to actually be small, you can actually take a small ticket and touch it to the train card, and it should actually change sizes like so. And here's the thing. If you want, you could even reverse the process. So if you take the big ticket and you go ahead and touch the tiny train card, it'll actually reverse the process. And you could do this back and forth and change it pretty much from small to big, big to small. But in the end, if you really just want to play with the original, you can totally make everything match. And there you have it. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.
J Ford asks, are you changing the color too, or is it that my screen being crappy? I think, well, first of all, I will admit, I'll be the first to admit that that was a long time ago. Here, I'll drop the link to that particular video of mine in chat. But yeah, that's like a minute and 20-second video of what we just saw. So if you want to double check, but I'm not technically changing the color of the train. I tried to keep the colors of the train the same. Obviously, when you shrink a card, it's just going to be the same card, just bigger and smaller, right? And so, but yeah, this was, let's see, 4 years ago. So April 15th, 2021 was when I put that one up. But yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're not following me on my YouTube channel, I recently hit a milestone. Um, and my milestone was I've hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. So uh, that was a very joyous moment. I was like, oh my God, we got 2,000. So actually, the next milestone I'm eyeing is a Twitch one, because I think I'm about 50 so away from 1,000 followers on Twitch. So that's probably going to be my next one. There was a moment where the yellow went green and then it switched back to yellow. Oh, no, I don't think that could just be if it's a bad like video artifact. So that was like 2 cameras ago, and I did not have very good video equipment. I would argue that I still don't have very good video equipment, but I think right now this camera right here for Magic View is my best webcam that I've ever had. So it was also the most expensive, but and then these ones, I have a few of these, but these ones are not as good, but they're good enough, right? Like they'll pass as pretty decent. All right, gotcha. Thank you for answering. Yeah, no problem. If anybody has any questions about like my process or something, because I have a lot of videos on YouTube. Oh, another quote unquote exciting announcement. I don't know if I technically want to announce it today, but as a bunch of you guys know, I am currently unemployed. I don't have a professional full-time job, but I've been trying to push my socials, which is I think why I tried to do a push to get to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. But I recently created a Patreon, and so I'm not necessarily asking you guys if you would like to support me. That'd be great. You don't no pressure though, but I'm just letting people know because obviously if I don't tell people, nobody will know about it. So I've created a Patreon, and it's right now I'm basically placing everything that I've done as a tutorial on YouTube where I like reveal the secrets of magic. So I think my target audience is like people who want secrets of magic, or if you just want to support me and you can watch all of my videos that I put on YouTube on my Patreon without ads. So that's pretty much the other reason. But so right now I'm in the process of putting my entire as much of my backlog from my YouTube channel onto my Patreon. Like I need to give people a reason to get over there. So I've basically put a ton of stuff up there, but I'm still in the process of putting them up. But I was like, let me just tell people now. I've actually started updating some video descriptions, and so yeah. So now there's a lot of ways that people can support me, and I just want to see if I can take a run with this. I have a little bit of a like safety net cushion right now, where if I don't find something right away, and honestly, so I'm a software engineer, was a software engineer, looking for work still. But if that doesn't go well because the industry is not looking very good, um, then this is going to be the thing that I probably fall back to just to see if I can make some money in the meantime, right? And same thing with the magic gigs. So I'm going to try and push that as well for the time being. But yeah, if you end up finding some people who are like, hey, they want to see magic tricks, feel free to share it with them, my YouTube channel or my Patreon now, because there's going to be a lot of magic videos there. So, but anyway, yeah, other exciting news. So I've been busy. uh, Not necessarily. So I said I would stream more, and I haven't, but I've been doing stuff to hopefully help me in the future. I also said that I would try and have my 169th Magic stream on a Sunday so that I could keep Sleight of Hand Sunday on Sunday. But it's because it's important because 69 will be in the number. And today, this is stream number 166. So 67, 68, 69. So 3 more. And I'm thinking I should just have it next Sunday, which means I need to do 2 magic streams between now and next Sunday to hit 169 on Sunday. So the plan is I'm going to have to do 2 magic streams this week, like during the week. So Chicken Gaffney says, yes, you should do that. Yes, I should do that. So that's the plan. And the whole reason why I also want to do that, I'll give you guys a quick preview of one of the decks that I will pull out on stream number 169. Hold on, let me make sure that it's here. And if not, this is a good reason to then find it if it is not here. Um, where are you? Oh, okay. It is not immediately right here, so maybe that's a good thing so that I can go find it. But anyway, it's a deck that has maybe some inappropriate pictures in it. It is not rated R, but certainly PG-13. But for those of you guys who are around for stream 69, it's called the Undressed deck. Yeah, I can't find it right now, so good thing I discovered this right now and not like during stream 169. So that's good. I thought it was right in here, but oh, it is in here. It is just hiding very well. Ah, okay. A deck with a mature content warning. All right. Okay, here we go. We'll give you a little teaser. So here is the deck. It is called, oh, actually, it'll probably be easier on this camera. Hold on. It is called the Undressed deck. So, oh yeah, and I'll show you the back too. Boom. So let's give you so the teaser is, hold on. So here's what the faces of the spot cards look like. Let me see if I can find. All right, here. Oh wait, let me just find. What's the tamest one? None of these are tame. Okay, yeah, probably the one that matches the front cover. So here's a relatively tame Queen of Clubs, and here's the relatively tame King of Spades. And just every other face card, not as tame. Not as tame. So there you go. So you guys can look forward to that on stream 169. You know what's better than 169? 269. Yep, there you go. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to say last call if anybody wants to see any more magic. Now's a good time to request it, put it in the queue, and then after that we will wrap up and raid out. And before I do the closing, if anybody wants to tune in for any of the streams that I have during the week, because I don't have them currently scheduled, I'm actually not sure when they'll be happening. But the best way to find out is join my Discord, and I'll announce in my Twitch channel that I'm going live. So that's probably the best way. Okay, all right. I was going to forget what trick this was, and then in the trick name it says formerly hallucination. I'm like, okay, I remember that. It's kind of weird when I learn a trick and it's actually the incorrect name, and then I learn the correct name years down the road, and then it's like, here we are. So, all right, so we'll do that one, and then, oh man, I've gone long and I haven't finished my tea. That's a sign. That's a sign. All right, next up, the Britland twist. All right, we have the kings from the previous trick. So, here's what we are going to do. We are going to go ahead and take these the four kings, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to take two of the kings and leave them face up. And we'll take the other two kings and leave them face down, like this. And if I was to close up the packet and turn it over, you would expect that if I was to count through the cards, you will then see two kings face up, two kings face down. But if I show you, all of the cards are facing in the same direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that's super weird, right? Okay, here, look. We'll do it again. Breaking the rule of magic again. I'm going to show you the same trick twice. So I will take two kings, place them face up, leave the other two kings face down, close it up, flip it back over, and I don't know if you can tell, but now all of the kings are facing in the same direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. But actually, that you could attribute this to being sleight of hand, where I have the cards just turning over and you don't see them, right? It's not magical until I do something else, and perhaps instead of the kings, we'll use the aces. So here's one ace. Here's two aces. Actually, so here we've got the ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, ace of spades, and ace of hearts. And actually, if I spread them out, you can see them right here. Some people are wondering, hey, where are the kings? And actually, if I just show you that some people think the kings are on the top. Nope. Some people think the kings are on the bottom. Nope. They've actually swapped places with the aces. And if I spread, I can show you that all four kings are together here in the middle of the deck. And yeah, all these cards are signed, so they are the same ones. And there's no duplicates or anything. And that, my friends, is the Britland twist. I know it. I still think of it in my head as hallucinations, but this is the problem with learning tricks from not the source material and then not correctly attributing the, as I said, the owner of the trick. Like, it's so hard to actually have magic history if you don't know it. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Felden Kane, E-Room. All right. Whew. And you know what? I think this week is going to be a very and thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. This week will be a very good week to do more magic. You want to know why? Because it's the week of Halloween, and Halloween is Happy National Magic Day. So the sad part is that I live in a house where no kids come to trick or treat because of there's no sidewalk. There's literally a neighborhood. We're kind of on a main street, and I would have liked to be like, they say trick or treat, and then I give them a trick instead. Which, by the way, I did see a very nasty video online of somebody taking Ferrero Rocher, opening them, taking the Ferrero Rocher and eating it, and then putting in a Brussels sprout, and then wrapping the Ferrero Rocher back, and then putting it back in the box. And I'm like, that's brutal. And I told my friends, and one of them was like, oh, you know what you should do is don't just put the Brussels sprout straight up in there. Cover up the Brussels sprout with chocolate first. So have some melted chocolate, put the Brussels sprout in, take the Brussels sprout out, and then let it cool and harden, and then close it up. So then you open it, you see it's a chocolate thing at least, but it doesn't look exactly like a Ferrero Rocher. But for those who are unsuspecting or hadn't had a Ferrero Rocher before, they bite into it, and it's like, oh, it's a Brussels sprout. Dre Ford says, "That's evil." I know, right? That's so evil. That is like the epitome of trick and treating. Uh, okay, I think tonight I want. Felden Kane says, "I have to call it a night. Thank you for the stream." Well, Felden Kane, thank you so much for coming by, hanging out, and yeah, I'm gonna be doing a finale trick. I'll do my disclaimer finale trick, and then we'll end soon. But yeah, I understand. You got to get to sleep. As I tell everybody, remember to get good sleep. So thanks for being here, Felden Kane, and we'll talk to you later. All right, so I think my trick that I'll want to do tonight is called Picasso Aces. And Felden Kane says, "My pleasure." Excellent. And guys, Felden Kane is named after a Magic the Gathering card, and here is the Felden Kane. All right, there we go. See, I've already shown them on stream many times, so it was worth it finding them that one time. Luckily, I was very well organized, so at least I knew where it was. So, all right, so that will be the finale trick. I'm feeling like. One thing for anybody who hasn't been here before, I don't like ending stream on a trick that I mess up on. So, if I mess up this trick, we're doing another finale trick. But anyway, so let me get ready for this here, and then we're taking a quick ad break. All right. Is it too late to pause it? It's probably too late to pause it by the time I see that, right? Don't mess it up then, says Durkee Blaine. Welcome in, Durkee Blaine. How's it going? By the way, guys, we're not following our friend Durkee Blaine. Durkee Blaine is also a variety gamer streamer. Definitely follow our friend Durkee Blaine. Durkee Blaine is also a magician, and I've seen some YouTube videos from Durkee Blaine. I don't know if you've done many magic things on stream, but yeah, give our friend Durkee Blaine a follow. This is actually probably going to be a good time to also advertise Magic Twitch. If you're looking for more Magic Twitch magicians, we currently know of like 4, so you can check them all out at this link tree. I'm the third one. Chan the Magic Man is the 4th one listed on the page. The first one is InfoXZar. His name's Jack. I consider him the godfather of doing magic on Twitch because he's been doing it longer than any of us, and he's still doing it. He has 3 magic streams a week, so check him out. And then the other one is Hallowthorn. Hallowthorn used to have a very regular schedule until he had a baby. So I understand what having a baby is like. I'm a dad now to a... Oh, sorry, I was putting the baby down to bed finally. Durkee Blaine, totally understand. I totally get it. And you have more kids than I do, so I'm like, I don't... I don't got anything on you, man. You have the babies, so I totally understand. I get it. There's something that like, I don't understand. Like you don't understand what it's like to be a parent until you're finally there and it's like, "Oh, that's why the parents, oh." And it's not like I don't want to say you fundamentally change as a person. You're mostly still the same person, but now you just have like parenting priorities, which I guess you could argue is like in a way you are a different person, right? Like if you compared me to before I was a dad, I was a different person back then. And it's not like I wouldn't still be that person, but it's just like now I have my kid as like my top priority in my life. So I was almost done parenting. My oldest two are in high school now. Now a baby, says Turkey Blaine. Well, Turkey Blaine, you never know what you're gonna get. I don't know, I'm just quoting a movie. All right. So there we go. All right. Let me. Oh yeah. Let me close the queue, and then we can unpin this. All right. Cool. Okay. I think the ad break's over, so we can begin. All right. Thank you everybody for coming to hang out with me tonight, and thank you for everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you uh, whether you requested a trick, did a sound alert, chatted in chat, clicked on the heat map, picked a card. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun for me. Thank you to all the lurkers out there, because magic is one of those rare art forms where if I am practicing magic at home, there's no magic happening. So the magic has to happen in your mind. Also, thank you to everybody who supported today. We literally had a hype train right out of the gate at the beginning of the stream. So thank you, Chan the Magic Man and Charlie's Beats for the resubs, and Chipperdoodle for the bits. Thank you guys. I appreciate it, probably more than you know. Um, and then thank you to the mods, guys. If you are not following our mods and friends, and they're both streamers, Chan the Magic Man and GipsonLens, please give him some mod love. Thanks, Chan, for helping me out today. And GipsonLens, thank you for being here as well. And then also, if you guys want to see more of me and I am not around, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. I have over 300 magic tricks on my YouTube channel. I'm starting to put more magic tutorials if people are interested in that kind of thing. I'm slowly making them channel member stuff, but they're also going to be on the Patreon, so all that fun and jazz. But if you just want to share people my YouTube channel and just be like, if you want to see magic tricks, man, I know this guy. I'm that guy. And also, if anybody wants to join the Discord, so I've been finding that I'm just sharing the things that I want to share in my Discord as like, so I share a lot of articles, some videos, some memes, that kind of thing. But it'll also be a place. It's basically it's actually called the Crazy Asians HQ. It's actually gonna be my headquarters for like sharing stuff. I think when I get new stuff up and running. So yeah, and then we just have a finale trick. And if I don't, let's hope I don't mess it up. Because if I mess it up, I'm doing another finale trick. But if it's good, we'll raid out. So all right, this is one of my favorite tricks to close with. This is actually one of my favorite tricks to perform. So here we go. Oh, all right. First things first, I've got a pile of aces right here. And I just want to show you that this is a blue deck, but these aces are not from this deck. If I show you these aces, these are actually red backed. They come from a different deck. So here we have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. And with these 4 aces, what I want to do is we're going to lay them out, and we're going to try and bring them together. Oh yeah, that's right. So here, leave the ace of spades up there. And what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each pile. Like so. Alright, let's square these up. And we're going to go ahead and try to teleport each ace from their respective pile, in this case over here, to this pile. And look, I'm going to go ahead and exchange it for one of those blue cards. And I don't know if you can tell, but look. We have all blue backed cards, and none of these are aces. Now before we knew that the ace of spades was red and it was here, but now if I show you, we have blue, red, red, blue. So now it's 2 blue, 2 red. So 2 of the aces are up there. Now let's go ahead and do this one. You can see the ace is here, but just up until the last minute before we swap it for one of those blue cards. And now you can see that all of the cards are blue backed and there's no aces. Because if we look over here now, before there were 2 and 2, but now blue, red, red, and red. So 3 of the aces are over here now. And for the last one, some people would say there's some shenanigans afoot, and to that I would say you're watching a sleight of hand magic stream. Of course there will be shenanigans. So here you can tell that the ace is still here because if I place it amongst this pile, you will still see the ace from the back and the ace from the front. But now if I go ahead and I do the swap like this, now if we take a look, all of the backs are blue backed, and all of the faces, none of them are aces. Because now if we take a look here in this pile, all of them are red. 1, 2, 3, 4 red cards, and all 4, the ace of diamonds, the ace of spades, the ace of clubs, and of course the ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is, I will call, a successful finale. Thank you kindly for the claps. Jay Ford. Thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie. Thank you kindly for the claps. Durkee Blaine. Thank you kindly for the claps. Oh, that was my echo. I was opening another Twitch page so I can find out who's... Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man. Thanks for clearing that, Chan. Alright. So let's see. Who have we got to raid? Actually, who did we raid last time? And let's see who's on. Let me consult with the stream spreadsheet. Okay, so last time we raided P1TM, which, by the way, I think was a good choice because apparently one of P1TM's mods is a magician as well. So that was a happy accident, who Bob Ross would say, right? All right, let's see. We have quite a few choices. There's a bunch of people. Chan's got the Bob Ross. Cool story, Bob. Oh wait, do I have that one? Bob. Oh my God, I have that. I didn't know I had that. Awesome. Chan, you taught me something new today. You taught me that I also have the Bob Ross emote. It's a global emote? Oh, okay. Everybody has it. All right. Glorious. Wait, that's a slightly different one. Oh, wait. Do I have that one too? Oh, yeah. Okay. Man, I didn't know I had these Bob Ross emotes. So cool. So cool. All right. Let me see here. Let me check because I don't know if we've rated this person. Although, uh, let's see. There are sometimes choices where it's like I just want to raid into someone that we know because I don't really want to, or there's this time where it's like, do I want to raid into somebody new? I don't know. All right. Let's see. Oh, this person's been going for a while. Let's see. Actually, how about this person? Oh, I don't know. There's an ad. All right, let's. uh, sorry guys, I'm having trouble choosing a raid target today. Actually, have we ever raided this person? Hold on, let me check the spreadsheet. I may want to raid this person. Oh my god, we've never raided this person. Okay, maybe I should raid this person instead. They've only been going for 2 hours. Okay, cool. So, alright. I forgot how I came across this person. I forgot if it's from a music streamer or from a DJ streamer. But, so I'm not really close, and I don't really know this person. I'm pretty sure this person probably doesn't know me, but I think I've raided into her stream a couple of times. So her user is called Margilus. Oh, sorry, hold on. I meant to do this. All right, but if you want to copy a raid call, so there's the raid call without any um, sub emotes, and then here's the sub raid. But she's a DJ. She's doing DJ stuff, and I think it might just be chill to hang out, but also to let people. There's a couple other people where I was like, maybe I can raid these people, and they're like huge. I'm like, I don't. And this person is substantially bigger than me, but I mean, you gotta raid into some people sometimes. So, all right, we're gonna be going over to Margilus. She's doing DJ stuff. Her tagline in her title is "Beauty and the Beats," and live from Los Angeles, so West Coast. And she's been going on for 2 hours, but let's give it a shot. So, if anybody wants to come along for the raid, let's go. All right. Chan says, "Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here, guys. You're welcome for the stream. My pleasure. As I said, I pretty much always want to keep my Sleight of Hand Sunday, and I probably want to keep it like informal. If I have other ones, we'll see what happens. But I do like this vibe. So Anyway, remember to take care of yourselves, everybody. Great seeing you all today. Take care. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch. And remember to get good sleep. So, good seeing you all, and take care, and we'll see you around next time. All right. Bye.